welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany and I am on a mission to hit 5,000 subscribers, so make sure you click that button below. I would appreciate it. So today we're actually going to be embroidering on another bag. Now with this one is slightly different because the client had no idea what color thread she wanted. So I'm gonna kind of go over what I do when we have a bit of a stump moment there. Keep watching. All right, so as you guys know, since I've moved, I do a lot of my pre-preparation back at the house before I head over to my parents to actually do the embroidery work, such as going over the design the client wants, the size the client wants. I try to get the thread color just so when I come here, I can easily work up that order and be done with it. Now with this particular client, she didn't know what color thread she wanted because this was the bag that we were embroidering on. And as you can see, there's so many colors going on here. Now, once I did meet up with the client, she was just like, listen, I was thinking the hot pink, because again, I do show them a photo of my old pegboard, which I miss so much. But I showed her that. She was thinking she wanted the hot pink, which is this color right here. But then she said, I don't really know, I might want something different. So I said, no problem. What I will do is basically I take the bag, I lay it flat, I'll throw up the photo here, and I literally place threads over the bag. And then therefore they can see a better envision on what it's going to look like. Now another thing that I do in person is I gotta go over exactly where they want it on the bag. Now this particular bag had a lot going on for it. So what I mean by that is it does have, excuse me, I am horrible at this. It does have like a pass-through pocket here, and it does have a pocket here. So originally I was like, listen, I can embroider it here, but it's going to take away from the bag. Again, I know you guys have posted different techniques that I can do. I'm just not to that level of technique, so I do what I feel most comfortable with. Maybe in my future, I'll investigate, because those brackets that you guys are recommending were like $700 to $800. And right now with my small business, can't justify that. So again, we're growing, but we're learning. Another thing is actually I told her, listen, why don't we do it like right here, right here. However, she wants monogram and not just a name. So if she just wanted a name across, this spot would have been perfect, because as you guys can tell, this is basically the front of the bag, right? However, that's not what she wanted. She wanted monogram. We're gonna do it about just under 5 inches. As you guys know, I will be using my well, you won't know, but I'm using my 5-inch Mighty Hoop, the one that I am die-hard about. Highly recommend investing into your Mighty Hoops. You gotta invest into them at the very beginning of your crafting journey. Learn from me. For somebody who is being a cheap wad, great investments. All right, I digress. So she decided to put it on the back of the bag, and she's basically going to put it through, why am I saying through? She's gonna put it between these two straps right here. So boop, right there. Now, what we gotta do though, is we gotta investigate, right? So we gotta see, okay, well if we embroider here, what are we ruining in here? So I did tell her, listen, you have 2 back pockets here. So I'm just letting you know that if I embroider there, you're going to lose those pockets. So those pockets will not be functional. Don't get me wrong, she got a lot of things going on in here. This is like for her shoe bag on the side. And then otherwise, she has just a giant, just plain bag. And she said, I'd rather lose the 2 small pockets inside rather than the zipper in the front, because she felt that this would be more, useful rather than 2 small bags. So I was like, okay, I just want to make sure that you're okay with that. And that's what we are going to do. So let's go ahead, let's hoop this product, and let's get this project done. actually going to be using my tearaway, and so we are going to cut it out. We are going to locate the spot. Now this, I'm not gonna lie, I did this on another bag and I struggled with making sure that everything was centered. So guys, just take your time. There is no rush at all. And I honestly will just keep slightly shifting and replacing and doing whatever I need to do to make sure it is straight. Now, with this type of material, it is a little wrinkly, so I am just trying to pull it a little bit, just to try to get rid of those, like that extra fabric. All right. So does that look good? What do you guys think right there? I think I want it to go down a little bit more because I'd rather it between here rather than so far up. So I'm just gonna push it down. Okay, much better. Because like I said before, like, see how this strap comes up? I wanna make sure that the logo is gonna sit, technically, I actually want it a little further down. So, this is what I'm saying. Take your time. I definitely want the logos more between the straps. Okay. So, unfortunately, this unicorn is gonna go bye-bye. But there we go. All right, like I did mention, I do all my work back at home just so when I get here, I could easily just drag and drop it onto my USB stick. Now, I normally have my USB stick with me, but unfortunately, I ended up leaving it at my parents', which it's not that big of a deal anyways. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drag my images onto my USB stick. Let's close that out. And get this on over to the machine. All right, so I am gonna check my bobbin, which we are completely fine, just because, again, it's an internal bag. I don't feel comfortable removing it. Strap is out of the way. There's nothing on the other side. So let's frame, ooh, wrong button. Let's frame this out. Okay, so I feel like I hear something rubbing. So what I'm actually going to do, since I don't like the way that that sounded, is I'm just gonna shrink the image only by like 5%. Because again, I'm trying to keep it as big as I can. Okay. Looking good. this came out super cute. Look at that. Oh. Hopefully you guys see that. And then all that I'm gonna do is just pull this away. And like I mentioned, inside the pockets are now no longer usable. So that is why I made that disclaimer. I mean, I guess you could try to stick something in here, but I probably wouldn't even bother with it. I mean, here it is. There you go. So now let's zip this back up. And look. So cute. Actually, this design took almost 14 minutes to complete, and I had my machine set on 8:10. So it definitely took a little bit of time, but I am glad that we were able to get it accomplished. The color itself, I love this color. It probably blends a little bit with the bag, but otherwise, it came out great. I love the way that the font came out. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. If you could, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next crafting project. Bye everyone.